we wouldn't have to come to these meetings if you guys were doing your job. I mean, this is grooming. The principal hired a male, gay, black teacher for a 100% female dance program.
Why does the school system feel compelled to discuss and even celebrate sexual desires at all? Schools are for academic learning, not sexual fetishes, and that mutually faithful, monogamous, heterosexual marriage is the best way to avoid sexually transmitted diseases.
And now to address your comments, Mr. Hershey, about Moms for Liberty. And you call us a hate group. You called us extremists. And many of the nut jobs over here probably agree with you. Don't you look away, Mr. Swanson. So who is the bully? Who is the hate group? Because all you talk about in middle school is sexual orientation and not teaching them how to learn. You are a failure.
Next speaker is Carrie Whitaker.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for this chance to speak tonight. I'm Carrie Whitaker. I'm the mother of an elementary school student here in Wake County. And just standing here tonight to remind this board and any person who might be watching or who might be listening to please not let the voices of an extremist minority distract us from real issues that are facing our schools. I volunteer pretty regularly at my child's school. It's something I love doing, and when I'm there, I'm working alongside administrators and teachers and fellow parents and staff members. And it is not an exaggeration for me to say that every time I send my child into her school, I am literally flooded with gratitude because I know that she is surrounded by dedicated, talented professional educators who are just as dedicated to her well-being as they are to her learning. And through my direct experience and observation, I can confidently tell you that our schools are not indoctrination centers. Our schools are not grooming centers, as they've been labeled by people who stood before the board. Those accusations are not only false, they're also really deeply offensive. And what our schools are filled with are professional educators who are almost miracle workers in how much they're able to juggle. More than one person should reasonably be expected to juggle. They rise to that occasion over and over again. So the voices that might be ranting about book content or about what a teacher wore on Spirit Day, those voices are distractions. They are distractions from what really matters. And so I encourage us to really focus on things that matter, like physical safety. We live in an era of school shootings, and talking about safety enhancements to our school, that's a non-negotiable. Funding our schools, the full funding of our public schools, increasing our teacher pay so that we can recruit and retain the quality teachers that we need, and mental health resources. We know that our students face unique challenges, and we need to make sure that our schools have mental health resources available to meet their needs. So I, again, thank this board so much for your commitment to our public schools, and I'm glad that we're in this together, and I stand here to work with you because, after all, I see our public schools for what they are, our allies, not our enemies. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Whitaker.